everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to yet another speed build video in The Sims 4. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Please feel free to sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee. If you're not into coffee or hot drinks, grab a glass of water, a glass of Coke, whatever you want to do, and just sit back and relax with me as we have a bit of a chat and let's watch this speed build together. So we are building a very cute red and white house in Brindleton Bay today, and this is my all-time favorite lot in this world. I think it is so cute. The surrounding scenery, the lighting, it's amazing. I absolutely love it. And I love this house so much that I actually want to make a house. I want to make a family to live in this house because I just really like how it turned out. I can imagine this would be quite a good house for your Sims to maybe move into, not necessarily at the start of a legacy, but maybe after they've had a child and they've got a little bit more money. I don't think it ended up being overly expensive, but obviously it's not the price of a starter house, and I can imagine it would be quite a good house for them to move into. The lot's big enough where you can extend it when you get a bit more money, and I just think it's kind of perfect. Maybe not perfect, but probably close to being perfect, at least in my eyes anyway. I suppose if you guys have downloaded this, or if you are considering downloading this, then please let me know in the comments down below what you think of it and how you enjoy it, because I really hope you guys enjoy this one, because I very much enjoyed building this. So unintentionally we went for a red and white theme here. I wasn't initially planning on doing the red. I wanted to do more of a blue, but I've been doing blue so much on the channel lately without even realizing it. It's not like my intention is to go into a build and think, okay, I'm gonna go with blue theme today, but it seems to me that that's sort of been my thought process, and so I thought let's just change it up a little bit, and I thought red just worked so well with this world. I really like it. I just really like how this one turned out. And we end up using a lot of landscaping from the debug menu because initially I wanted this to be a budget house because I wanted this to be a starter house. I mean, I know I was probably, that was a little bit ambitious, let's be honest. It was never going to be a starter house. However, I am planning on releasing a starter house this week on the channel. It's something that I'm going to start working on today, along with an apartment speed build, but I'm not going to go into too much detail about that one because I'm kind of excited for that. I digress. Anyway, and so yes, we're still working on the landscaping here, and as I was saying, I used a lot of debug menu landscaping because I wanted it to be a budget house, and then that very quickly went out of the window and I just had to motherload it up, because as much as I think I really want to work on a starter house, I think it restricts you so much in terms of what you want to put in there, obviously because you're on a budget. And there are some people who can do starter houses amazingly well. April, if you are watching this, you are one of those people. Please teach me how to do that, because I think I get really giddy with clutter and landscaping, and although I know I could probably, well, I can cheat in that I can use debug items for landscaping for my starter house, so I don't think it's going to be too bad. You know, I'm kind of amping myself up a little bit because I'm going to be starting on it this afternoon. I think I'm kind of excited to start that for you guys, but that'll be the first time. No, that's not true. That'll be the second time that I do a starter house on the channel, because I've already done one on the channel before, which I will link down in the description below if you want to check that out. It's probably one of my older ones now. I think I did it about 3 or 4 months ago. But anyway, I'm so sorry, by the way. I think I might be getting a cold because I have like a little bit of a sore throat. And I think I'm a bit bunged up too, like my nose is a little bit blocked, but anyway. And maybe I'm just feeling run down, I don't know. So anyway, we're still working on the exterior of this house, and I actually didn't realise how much detail I put on this until I'm looking back now, and I'm thinking there's actually a lot of detail that goes into this. Although it's a small house, I love adding details to all my builds, but this one, I think smaller houses in particular, you can really concentrate on every single inch of the house and really get that, you know, that fine level of detail in there, which, as you all know, I absolutely love doing. And I think I should maybe start doing slightly larger builds. I really enjoy doing large family houses, and I want to do like a large family, like generations house at some point as well. That's on my list of things that I want to do. Maybe not this week, but sometime very soon I will absolutely have a look at doing a generations house, and I'm going to try and build it in Willow Creek. I think I've already got the lot picked out, and yeah, that's another one I'm really excited for. I've got so many build ideas. I think I tweeted out, when was it? Was it yesterday? I was just sat, because I've actually got a week off work at the moment, which is why I'm able to just sit and play some Sims and relax and do whatever really. And I was just sat there and I had all these ideas all of a sudden. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do that and that and that and that and that. And I got really excited about the possibility of doing all this stuff. And basically whenever I have an idea, I open up the note app on my phone and I basically just make a quick note. And basically at this point, I think I have around like 40 build ideas or thereabouts. Yeah, I reckon about 40 build ideas. That's apartments, that's houses, that's lots, as in, you know, community lots, which is something that I have never been good at building, but I want to start branching out and just testing, you know, because I think if you stay within the parameters of your comfort zone, I don't think you ever get better. And so the only way you're going to get better is if you push and challenge yourself. So for me, it's like starter houses and community lots and larger homes. So I need to start doing more of that so that I can get better. Anyway, I'm digressing again. So the interior of this build, and this is what I mean by this is very Simbler-esque. So if you guys aren't familiar, I actually came from Tumblr. I've been on Tumblr. I've been running my Sims blog on there for around 7 years now, maybe 8 years. And that's where I initially came from, and this is what I mean. So the community over there is so wonderful. I love them all so very much, and there are some incredibly talented builders and decorators over there. I mean, like, they put me to shame. They honestly do. And this is kind of like a very, I'd say, Tumblr-esque style interior, which I go back to as in this is what I used to do before I came onto YouTube. Basically, I think about 2 or 3 years ago, I kind of changed my style up a little, just a little bit, and I made it a little bit more, I don't want to say refined because that is absolutely not what I mean, but like less like this and more like what I have been doing. I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone, and I think I'm just rambling at this point now. So anyway, I kind of wanted to go back to my roots and just go back to this, and honestly, I had the best time doing this. I think it looks so cute, so perfect, and I'm really, really happy with how this came out. So I hope you guys are too. And if you kind of thinking, oh, this is a bit of a style change, it is in terms of my usual style that you guys have seen, but this is definitely me going more back to my roots. So it's always nice to do that. And I want to do an apartment in this style as well, because I absolutely love it. And oh, you guys on Tumblr, you inspired me to do this. I'm sorry, you absolutely did. But anyway, digress once again. So we're currently working on the living area here, and I absolutely love this little TV unit that I built. I believe the cabinets are from Base Game and the bookshelf is from the Moschino stuff pack, and I just end up cluttering up a little bit, you know, adding items from the Eco Lifestyle pack, because you guys know how much I absolutely love that expansion pack for the build and buy items. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. And then I think in the corner we end up putting the shelving unit from the Eco Lifestyle pack and a chair, and we end up just making it like a little nook area, because I honestly didn't know what else to do with it. I think looking back I could have maybe put a desk with a computer on, but I just decided against that, and that's okay too. And then I had a bit of a change of heart, and I'm like, okay, I kind of want to bring the red from the outside of the build onto the inside of the build a little bit, and that's literally involving me putting a red chair in the corner, and that's me. There we go, that's the red put in. So I really like this, and this unit here from the Eco Lifestyle pack, I think I use that in every single one of my builds. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And then these little footstool things from the Tiny Living pack, again, I love these. I kind of wish Sims could sit on them though. I think it was kind of disappointing when they came out, and you can put items on them, which I very much appreciate, because I think, especially as a builder, I think you can make them look really good. Like if you put a little plant on there and put it next to a chair, I think it looks really cute. But I think functionality wise, they could have maybe allowed it so that our Sims could sit on it. But maybe I'm just being a bit picky, I don't know. And then I went back to the kitchen and realised that it was looking very bare. And I ended up, I don't know why, I like ditched the kitchen halfway through and thought, yeah, I'm going to do the living room now. And I got really excited. And so yes, we ended up going back in and using my all-time favourite table from Cats and Dogs that, by the way, offers no purpose other than to put like some clutter items on. And then we ended up putting this little bike in here. Like, how cute is that? And the bike had to be red, you know, again, keeping with the red theme. So I think there's like 2 items in this build that are red. But you know, sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes that's all it takes. And we ended up just putting on this table like a fruit bowl. And what else do we put on here? Oh yeah, but I think we moved them over to one of the counters. I don't know, I just wanted it to be a little bit more colourful, a little bit more going on, you know, because I think visually it looks a lot better with this table. And I think because the house is so small, in real life, I think people would want to just try and utilise the space as best they can. And because there's not a lot of counter space, bringing in that table, which obviously doesn't match any of the rest of it, is like, okay, well, we can put that and that and that on it. Does that make sense? Anyway, now we're on to the upstairs and we're working on the master bedroom. You know, you guys know these aren't my favourite rooms to decorate, the master bedrooms. I think I've talked about this before, it's like a 50-50 gamble as to whether they're going to be good or not, and this one's okay, you know, it's not amazing. And the children's room, again, is a heck of a lot better because I think you can just do more with children's rooms. You know, you can be a little bit more creative, a little bit more adventurous, I guess. But with this one, I didn't think it needed to match all that much, which was kind of good. It took the pressure off a little bit. And the room, because it's an odd shape, obviously because the bathroom is also a very odd shape, so you will see me here struggling just a little bit with working out what to put where. And I wanted to put a shower and a bath in here, and I think I did eventually. Yes, thank goodness. I was just about to say I could have fit a shower and a bath in here, but I did. I absolutely did fit them in here. And you know, again, it's not amazingly functional, but that's okay, you know, it's perfectly fine. So I think it looks nice. I think we utilised the space as best we could, and it is on the larger side just because obviously this house doesn't have an ensuite, so I figured because it was a shared bathroom, then it would be a bit better if it was slightly larger. And then after this, we move on to the children's room, and the theme I went for was kind of like a space theme, and for some reason I was looking for a wallpaper that was like space themed, and I couldn't find it. Now you guys drop me a comment down below if we even have a wallpaper that's space themed, because I think either I'm going a bit nuts and I'm like, yeah, that absolutely existed, or we never had one. I've got a funny feeling it's the latter. I don't think we ever had one, but anyway, let's move on. So we ended up going for this really cute space themed room, which I absolutely love. I think it looks really, really good. And this room is actually a really good size. I think lengthwise, widthwise, I just think it kind of works, you know, because I think a lot of times, although my children's rooms are often quite generously sized, I think I do it subconsciously because I know full well that I'm just going to add a load of clutter and just do a load of stuff with it. So I think it ended up looking really good. And then I spent so long looking for that wall sticker with the clouds and the moon on because I could not find it. I could not find it whatsoever. And anyway, so we ended up putting a desk in here, and then we ended up putting that cute little unit. I think that's from the base game, which I think fit perfectly in this room. I think it looks really, really nice. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to leave you guys here in peace now, but this house is available to download from the gallery under my origin ID, which is of course RachelPedd. Tray files, as always, are linked down in the description below if you would like to download them from SimFileShare. But thank you so very much for joining me here again today, guys. You take care, and I will see you next time. Bye!